To all of my aspiring female entrepreneurs out there, if you are ready to walk into 2025 and take your business to another level, then you need to join the community. And I'm not talking about join the community here on YouTube. I'm talking about the membership community. Have you heard? Stay tuned. Hello to all of my aspiring female entrepreneurs out there. I'm so excited. All right, listen here, good people. Ladies, listen. This is for you. If you in 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, I'm talking about going back a few years and I started this business and I'm stuck. I started this business and I faced this problem, I faced that problem, now I have this problem, and you about ready to give up? Don't give up, sis. I got what you need. 2025 is going to be your year, okay? I'm not just saying it. Believe what the girl said. Who am I? Why should you believe what I say? I'm your girl, Leading Lady Dar. I'm the founder of the organization Walking Them Shoes. That's where most of you know me from. Some of you may know me as the founder of Black Women About Business. One organization is to empower you emotionally, physically, spiritually, and then there's the business aspect of what I do, and I do that under my organization, my business, Black Women About Business, because I am a Black woman about business who know how to walk in them shoes. Listen, y'all, this is not a game. I'm not joking. I'm so dead serious. 2025 is going to be a year. We're going to take it by storm. No, I'm not going to say that. Because I did say the Lord spoke to me and said we're not going into 2025 with our guns blazing. We're going to go in with ease. But to all of my female entrepreneurs out there, aspiring entrepreneurs, wherever you are on this journey in this entrepreneurial world, I want you to take a step. And I want you to take a step forward. I want you to take a big step. And that big step is to empower you. That big step is to help you take your business to a new level. Your girl, Leading Lady Dar, has formed the new membership. Now, I'm going to share a lot of information in this video with y'all. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to be totally honest with you, transparent as I could possibly be, vulnerable as I can possibly be. I want to share with you all of what I do. Most of you know me. Most of you follow me on Instagram or on YouTube. I started my organization Walking Them Shoes in 2017, and I believe it was in 2020 when I started Black Women About Business. And I started the Walking Them Shoes as the empowerment firm to empower women, helping women get up off the floor of defeat by coaching, counseling, workshop hosting, speaking engagements, and other little tangible things that I would do. But I ran that business, and I solely ran that business funded through my pocket. So I do have a nonprofit called Walking Them Shoes Girl, but that nonprofit is mostly geared to housing women who are in transition. So that's something different. But my Black Women About Business organization, I formed that, good people, ladies, I formed that because I know what it was like to struggle in being a female entrepreneur. As a Black woman, which is a minority, entrepreneur, a Black female entrepreneur, business owner is another minority. I felt it. I know what it was like to struggle. I know what it was like to, rob Peter to pay Paul, paying bills in your personal life and also in your business life. So what I decided to do with my life coaching business, I run it still to this day. 7 years. We came across our 7 years in November last month. And God kept that business going for me. I'm so grateful because I'm still able to pour into women, whether it's on a platform or whether it's in person, hosting workshops and so forth and so on. But this Black Women About Business this part of my business is very intricate. It's very dear to me because, again, I know what it's like to struggle. I've never really received grants. I received funding, but not in a grant form. I received funding through sponsors, in which something I don't know how to write grants. And honestly, with all the things that I do, I really honestly don't want to know. But if God say that's something that I must learn, then so be it. But I'm a woman who, when I decide that I'm going to do something, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do it. It may take me some time. I may give myself a deadline. I may even go past that deadline, but I'm going to do it. So this membership under Black Women About Business has been on the table, y'all, for almost a year. Sad to say, almost a year. There have been so many things that has gotten in the way of me fully flushing it out. It's been on the table, partially formed. In fact, I think in July, I was in a workshop. I was in a class with one of my coaches, and my goal, she had us write down our goals and what we wanted to complete. And it was like a 6-week course. And one of my goals was to flush out, this probably was like in June. Whatever it was, June or July. But I know one of my membership registration dates was July 15th, which was my mother's birthday. My mother, who is deceased, it was her birthday. And I wanted to be able to have that out by the time, her birthday rolled around. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to do so because that was a way for me to honor her, because my mother was never a business owner. My mother was never a business-minded person. She was about her business, but never owned the business. So I'm sharing all of this as in a way to share one of my most vulnerable moments in which I had to sit down on something that I wanted to do, in which it kept burning me, it kept bothering me, it kept me up at night. But with the many other things that I was doing, I could not birth out the Black Women About Business membership. I couldn't do it at that date, for that date. Nonetheless, because that was something that I had desired to do, I felt I got the approval from God to go ahead and do it. I kept working at it, a little bit here, a little bit there, and a little bit here, and a little bit there. And voila, here we are, January 2025. The membership will be open. Actually, open enrollment starts December 20th. It is the Build Her, Be Her, Black Women About Business Female Collective membership community, y'all. I know that was a lot said, but definitely I'll share more information about it. You'll be able to see what it's all about and decide if you want to join. Now, who is this for? Before I go into telling you who it's for, I want to share with you again who I am. And again, most of you do know me on my YouTube channel here or on Instagram as the life coach, the devotional diva, the she shifter, one who always encourages. Well, I'm still encouraging, but I'm doing it on the business aspect. Have I done it before on the business aspect? Yes, because a lot of women that I coach in life coaching have either that entrepreneurial spirit on them and they don't know how to get started. That's why I was able to roll over the personal development and life coaching into the business coaching. I've had clients in which I've helped them get their LLCs started. I've had clients where I've helped them gain clarity in what it is that they felt God was leading them to do. I enjoy that. I love doing that. I love encouraging. I love empowering. I love teaching and showing women. It's not, when I formed my organization, Walking Them Shoes, it was to help women get up off the floor of defeat. That was me. That was me, where at one point in my life I was stuck. And I mean stuck emotionally and spiritually. And I just wasn't sure how to, as the Walking Them Shoes community is, put one foot in front of the other. I just wasn't sure. I was able to get up off the floor of defeat. But then once I got up off the floor of defeat, it was like, what's next? What do I do? I formed that organization, Walking Them Shoes, right? And it helped me tremendously to be able to work on myself personal development, good people. I'm telling you, whether you want to become an entrepreneur or not, personal development is the key of life. That is something we'll continuously work on in life. We may not always have it all together, but baby, this girl gonna make sure she is at least 85-90% there. And I want to help others get there. So that's why I started Walking Them Shoes. Black Women About Business, as I just shared with you how it was a struggle in my business for Walking Them Shoes, and things that I learned, things that I had to teach myself. I was like, wow, there are other women out here that's either struggling the same way, or, not struggling yet, just not even sure how to get started. So it's one thing to get started, and then once you get started, you can get stuck and start struggling. Then it's like, okay, who do I reach out to? What if you don't have the finances to reach out to anyone? You have to figure it out yourself, right? So there's some things that I had to figure out myself. There's some things I figured out in private. There were some things I figured out publicly, So I formed this membership so we can build a community of women, like-minded women who want to grow, who want to bond, who want to also empower others. This community will meet twice a month. It starts January 9th, and I think the other session is the 23rd, meeting twice a month. And not just me sharing and teaching. I always will have a guest to come on once a month to be able to pour into the community and teach about finances, grants, marketing, all types of funding, and other types of resources that we as women need as an entrepreneur. So if you're an aspiring female entrepreneur, then baby, this community may just be for you. I would love for you to think about it. I'm extending this invitation to you. So I've done workshops in my Walking Them Shoes organization. I've also done workshops in my Black Women About Business organization. This past July, I think it was August, I did another workshop, bringing confidence and clarity and helping women create and network with one another. This is a great way to be able to network when you build a community of like-minded women who are striving for the same thing, not trying to pull one another down, not gatekeeping, but yet still trying to make it themselves. And all of us are at different levels in our lives. In building a business, where you may be on Monday, you might not be there on Friday, or where you may have been in 2024, you may not be in 2025, but we want to see growth. We don't want to see stagnation. We want to see growth. So it's sometimes good. Sometimes we have to pull one another up. Okay. And if one is down, if a sister is down, you do not step on her neck. You do not step over her. You do not look as if you don't see her. You help pull her up. And in helping to pull her up, it is then her job to build her up. We're supporting one another, but it's her job. It's my job to build her, to be her. But we are all a collective. We are all females helping support and encouraging one another. So, as an author, my book Shifted to Speak on Success. I speak about the pain, from pain to purpose to pleasure, because in building your business, you're going to go through some things. You're going to be stretched. You're going to be shifted. It is pain. It's uncomfortable. But there's a purpose in it. And once you get to understand what that purpose is, once you begin to realize some things, once you begin to work on you and your personal development, you will then be able to receive and walk out that pleasure, embrace that pleasure that comes with, or comes after you've endured that pain and as you've discovered your purpose. So this book, it talks about personal development. In this book, I share my journey as an entrepreneur, some things that I did to help encourage myself, some things that I did to help grow my business. I've just recently found myself in a position where when I was selling one of my products, I was just like, I had to go back and revisit something in this book because I was missing something. I was wondering why I was stagnant. There was really not many sales in a particular product that I was moving. Ooh, that sounds a little bit funny, but there was a product that I was moving and I wasn't happy with the results. So I had to go back to my manual. I had to go back to this book. So this book is really good for aspiring entrepreneurs, not just females, but aspiring entrepreneurs. But this membership, yes, is for females only. So I want to encourage, I want to invite, I want to extend the invitation. I want to encourage you to think about where you are. This membership, yes, there is a fee. There's a $27 a month membership fee for you to join. This community meets twice a month. It will be very rewarding. It will be very inspiring. It will be just a positive community in which you'll be able to grow as an individual and grow in business. I want to encourage you, wherever you are on your journey as an entrepreneur, to not give up. You may be at that place where you're scaling 6 figures. You may be bringing in $10,000, $20,000 a month. And if that's the case, sure, join the Black Women About Business membership, because you'll be able to pour into others. You may not only be able to just pour into others, you may be able to gain clients from this community as well. So don't think that you are too far gone or you're too above this. And we should all be willing to help pull from one another. We should all be able to lean on one another. You'll gain valuable insights in this community. You may be even be able to pour your value into this community, because that's what God wants us to do. My tagline for Black Women About Business is no woman left behind. No woman left behind. So my tagline for my organization, Walking Them Shoes, is giving up is not an option. So you take giving up is not an option. If I don't give up and I'm able to succeed, I'm able to propel, I'm able to move forward, it is only right that I reach back and help my sister up. So I would love for you to join and be a part of the community. Again, registration opens, I believe it's December 20th. It is a 10-day open registration, because now listen, if God have it so that there's 100 people in this community, then that's great. But we like to start small. So there is a cap. So you have from December 20th to December 30th to register. And the first session is January the 9th. And I believe the second one is January 23rd. You'll receive all this information in your email once you register. Also, there is a workshop, Decide, Develop, and Devote 3-day workshop that starts December 30th. It's December 30th, 31st, and the 1st. You meet for 1 hour. This is a workshop that I'm offering. Decide, Develop, and Devote. It is a 3-day workshop in which your girl, Lady Dar, is hosting, teaching women how to decide. And this is what I did, good people. I decided, as God downloaded things into me, I decided there's more to me than just standing in front of people speaking. I put what I knew in a book. I decided to write this book. I developed myself, mastered certain skills. That's developing yourself. And then I devoted the time into writing it. And when I decided that I was going to do this, I had to do a Dara shutdown shift. I had to sit alone for a little while. I had to buy the book, because I had to really set myself apart. I had to, what do you call it? I'm looking for the right word. I cut off certain relationships. I stopped going certain places. And all that is devoting the time to do what I had decided to do. I decided, Lord, I want to be a better person. I started to pour into myself. I was developing myself, working on myself in personal development. And in this book, I speak a lot about that. I speak a lot about value. I speak a lot about stress. I speak a lot about things that you will be faced with as an entrepreneur, but working on personal development, working on yourself will help you. It will shift you into the area in which will allow you to not be distracted, not give in or give up, It will make you think so much about yourself. I'm telling you, it's a great read. It is a good book. So definitely you can find this book on my website, walkingthemshoesllc.com. You can also find this on amazon.com, good people. So again, I am extending the invitation to you, all of my aspiring female entrepreneurs out there. Hey, listen, do you have to have a business to be a part of this? No, you do not. No, you definitely have to be a female. We love for you to be on a path of trying to start that business, because it will help, because it is a community of entrepreneur women who are growing their business and taking their business to new levels. So 2025, good people, has some great and exciting things for you. You just have to be willing. You just have to decide. You have to decide for yourself that what I was doing before is not working, so let me try something new. Or what you were doing before is working. It was just moving maybe a little bit slow. Now let's kick it up a notch. Join the community. It is the Build Her, Be Her Female Collective, Black Women About Business. You don't have to remember all of that, but this is just me surmising what it is. Again, it is a community, a membership community of Black female entrepreneurs. I'd love for you to join it. I'm your girl, Leading Lady Dar. If you're not following us on Instagram, what are you waiting for? Follow us on Instagram and TikTok under Walking Them Shoes. Now, you can also follow us on Instagram under Black Women About Business. Is there a Black Women About Business TikTok page? There is not. I think there is, but there's really not much going on with it. Y'all, the girl be tired, okay? As I said, I'm going to be sincerely, truly honest with you. It's a lot. It is a lot. There are certain times I work with an assistant, and there's most times when I'm working by myself in that business, this business, and then doing a little bit of other business, but I do have time, and I make time for my clients. I make time for my customers, but I also make sure that I give myself time, so that when I'm giving of myself, whether it's here on YouTube or rather I'm giving of myself in other areas of my business, that I'm able to function, that I'm able to give of myself wholeheartedly and not half-stepping. Sometimes we do show up half-stepping, but at least we show up. But nonetheless, good people, I'm your girl, the founder of both organizations, Walking Them Shoes as well as Black Women About Business. Listen, I need y'all to register for the membership. Okay, good people, have a good one.